All right, so welcome to DOREEN'S African Experiences, and our experiences today are pumpkins. How do you grow pumpkins? It's come to my attention that some of the things that you can grow make some money and they don't need a lot of attention are pumpkins. Most of the pumpkins have been harvested out, so there isn't a lot going on, but if you can see, I'm going to try my level best to teach you how to grow pumpkins. I'm also going to tell you how much you can get out of pumpkins. So, look at this. Initially, I was one of those people that didn't understand pumpkins and how they grow. By the way, I'm very fat today. It's been a very long journey. I set off early, but because of the distance, I just arrived. I still have to make the video. I don't know. I'll try to brighten it a bit. Do you see the distance between these pumpkins? It's approximately 10 feet apart. 10 feet. Do you know why we do 10 feet? We do 10 feet because the more space you provide it with, the wider it spreads. Now, for most people, they prefer a nursery bed first. If you water and prepare your nursery bed clearly and very well, the pumpkins can be out of the ground to little babies in a week and a half or two at most. Then you elevate a mold and then you plant it like this. Look at that. See that? So when you do something like that, it starts to spread out. 10 feet apart, it gives it direction. Minimum 6 feet apart, right? They need a lot of water, but once they hold to the ground, they can survive even without a lot of water. Now, for starters, the gestation period of pumpkins is 3 to 4 months. 3 to 4 months, which means every pumpkin will spread out and you will consistently harvest for at least 2 to 3 months, but it will grow within 3 to 4 months. What do I mean by you will harvest consistently? This is what I mean. To harvest consistently is, let me give you a very small example. This is a newborn, and these are our old our old pumpkins. You see this stem, it's very, very hard. This is one of the most expensive pineapples in Uganda. What the hell? Why am I saying pineapples? Pumpkins. So when you look at this, when it's very hard, it means the skin is extremely hard, and those are the sweetest pineapples we have. I'm so sorry. The sweetest pumpkins we have in Uganda. Why are pineapples stuck in my head? I just went across 10 acres of pineapples, so now in my head all I can think about is pineapples. This is big. This is very big. This is at least 2 acres of pumpkins. Pumpkins is one of those things that fight. They will fight weeds. They will fight everything. They don't easily succumb to any disease. Okay? They are very resilient and they resist from different diseases. So, if you look at this one is very young, but when it's mature, the bud, it falls off and it keeps expanding, right? For those that's you don't have to lay anything on the ground for pineapples because of the hard skin. My goodness, I said it again. You don't have to put anything on the ground for pumpkins because they don't easily get infected. Why? Because their skins are very, very, very strong, like hard. So nothing can easily penetrate through. Nothing can easily penetrate through. You can harvest for 1, 2, 3, 4 months. How? You see this? This keeps expanding. The longer it gets, the more buds it produces. These are the buds that make flowers like that, and then from flowers pumpkins come. You know, this one is fully mature now. Look at that. This is a beauty. Oh, not yet fully mature because the umbilical cord is still on at the back. Okay, so you have to wait for it to fall off. That's how you know when your pumpkin has matured, you know, or at least close to being mature. Now in Uganda, our pumpkins, they don't turn yellow on the outside. You see, most people in the Western world, Western countries, they have pumpkins that turn. Whew, ow, beaten. What are those things? People in the Western world have pumpkins. Their pumpkins turn yellow on the outside, so that's how you know when they're fully matured. But our pumpkins don't. Okay, now this one, a little bit. It still needs a little bit more time. But if you can look at it closely, you know it's very close. The umbilical cord has fallen off. Oh, look at the big one. So this field, they've already harvested from this field. But if you look at it closely, you realize that they're still elongating, which means they're still growing bigger and bigger and bigger. Pumpkins are ignored. They are a very ignored plant, yet highly consumed within this country. You'll find somebody, or even restaurants, hotels, giving you food and supplement with a what? With a pumpkin slice. A pumpkin this size, this, whoa, this is probably the biggest one I've ever seen. Let me get a better angle. Should have come before harvesting. Look at that. This one is definitely getting a picture. Wow. I'm coming back to take a picture. This, a pumpkin of this size, and even this is still young. Still has the umbilical cord. Inside, our pumpkins are yellow. They're actually yellow from a young age. They're not yellow on the inside, they're yellow on the out. Sorry, they're not yellow on the outside, they are yellow on the inside. All these have flowered, yet still elongating. Now, a pumpkin that big is gonna cost you a minimum of 7,000 shillings, right? From the garden, you'll get it at maybe 4,000 shillings, a minimum of 3,000 shillings, and you can sell it up to 10,000 shillings. I've been to Nakasero market and they are selling pumpkins for as high as 20,000 shillings, you know, and all these are natural, naturally grown, naturally cultivated, you know. Now soil like this is very resistant. You don't get a lot of pests attacking them. You really, they don't have a lot of enemies. So that's why pumpkins are the best. They are resistant, they're resilient. They don't need a lot of care. As long as they have water, they're just gonna sprout. They're gonna keep spreading and spreading and spreading as wide as possible, which can leave you harvesting even for a full year, depending on how you take care of them. Because every bud, it's like, see, every corner of a leaf can produce a pumpkin. That's how highly profitable they are. You don't need to be in the garden all the time. You don't need to be there taking care of them all the time. You don't even have to be there at all, you know. All you have to do is just give them water or pray for rain, really. They don't require so much. You see the beauty? They can even grow on hills. Actually, they are very, 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 very good for hills. When you have those small ant hills that's disturbing your garden, you can just plant pineapples. Oh my goodness, wow. So let's do a recap because this is going to be a short video. Pumpkins gestation period is 3 to 4 months, which means you can start harvesting from 3 months, 3.5, 3. All right. How do you know when they are ready to be harvested? Some you can check the buds of the bark, they fall, and then the skin becomes a little bit harder for some, but for some it doesn't. Okay, but the what is it called, the handle of the pineapple, the hand of the pineapple changes color, it turns yellow. What do I mean by the hand of a pineapple? See, that's a handle, it changes color. What else? You need to plant them about maximum 10 feet apart, minimum 6 feet apart from each other, from all sides, not just one side. You know, like when you stand a compass, from 6 feet from the north, 6 feet from the back, 6 feet from the sides, yeah, northwest, east, 6 feet apart. Okay, and then you also need at least enough space, because you can't, I mean, you can even plant them in jars, pots, but you're not going to get the best result, because for everything that spreads out, it needs soil to attach itself to. Without soil, it can't give you anything. It has to attach and get nutrients from the ground. Okay. Today is a very beautiful day. It's not been sunny as often as I would have expected, but I wish I had come last week when they told me they were about to harvest. I didn't come. I was just so busy. Also, I've been in my own feelings, but I'm out of my feelings. I'm back to work. I'm back to business. Another thing I've come to understand, people, you know, the reason life can be so hard for all of us sometimes is when you sit there and you feel sorry for yourself every single time, everything. You know, I know sometimes you can have a bad month, a bad week, or even a bad year, you know. Another beauty, huge, real big. But there is no excuse for you to wallow, feel sorry for yourself. I know sometimes you could be on the verge. You have pending bills, you have responsibilities you need to take care of, but you don't even have the money to do so. People, just get up. Just get up. You know how they say no one is gonna come? Oftentimes nobody is gonna come. You know, you can't expect people to come and rescue you or be there for you. You have to motivate yourself and get up, because half the time we wait for people to come save us, bail us out, and that way we get disappointed because the people are not coming. You know, sometimes you expect people to understand what you're dealing with, what you're going through, the way you would understand yourself. But you have to understand people are different. Nobody is gonna be there for you like you would be there for you. You know, look, there can't be absolutely nothing that makes you happy. I'm sure there has to be something, no matter how small, that makes you happy. You know, something that can make you smile, even a little bit. People, we have to learn to create our own happiness. That's all I can say. You have to create your own peace. You know, people die these days a lot more than, you know, anybody should. You know, there is way more death counts these days. But did you see how, you know, people that's died today and tomorrow, and people will be sad today and say RIP, rest in peace, may your soul rest in peace, what, and tomorrow They'll be off living their best life. Tomorrow is very far. As soon as they put you in the ground, you know, they'll be off. They'll be off. They'll be off living their best life. You know, I'm just saying, you cannot rely on people to provide happiness for you, because nobody in life is perfect. The world is flawed. People are not perfect. Neither are you, neither am I. You as Doreen, you must get up and create your own happiness, your own peace of mind. Do not rely on people to get you up, people to be there for you at all. It doesn't matter who. Be there for yourself. Learn to be happy on your own. You are your best friend. You are your comforter, you know. You can pray for yourself when things are too hard, when you go through bad things. But the worst thing you can ever do is put your happiness, hopes in anybody's hands. I'm just saying. For me, what works for me is going out in the wild. I can be in bed, and actually I rarely cry. I only cry when I'm completely devastated. So if you see me cry, just know I'm literally devastated. The most possible way anyone can be devastated. Anyway, I'm not here to preach about my life. It's just something I've come to learn and realize. When people know that a piece of you, they have a piece of you, they don't take care of it. They take it for granted, and they just handle it however they want to handle it. So when you wake up and give them that much power over your life, remember, it's only going to hurt you. You can trust, you can rely, but always make sure before you put responsibilities in other people's hands, you can fix it. It's that simple. People should only be a by the way. Only and only a by the way. Like, oh yeah, by the way. Oh, by the way. Oh, by the way, this one can do it. Oh, by the way, my sister can do this. My brother, my partner. Stuff like that. But if you yourself don't have the energy to fix it, don't expect people to fix it or fix you. So stop feeling sorry for yourself. Get out there. Find something that can make you smile. I don't care what it is, but there is something, you know. And for me, creating content makes me happy. So when I'm out in the wild, in nature, I see all kinds of things. Oh, those clouds look nice. Wow, it looks like a double cloud. Whew. Look at that. That's beautiful. I've never seen anything like that. Okay, I'm such a nerd now. But guys, thanks for watching. Oh my god, that one looks very nice too. It looks like an island. What the hell? What's that? Okay, at this point I'm a complete nerd. I don't know, you can't see with my eyes what I see with my eyes. But if those two clouds are surrounded, so it looks like it's surrounded by water. Oh, what you know, you have tabidinga bya tolodwe like nga chibira cha tolodda amazzi. Biri. Hey. What the hell? That's amazing. See, I'm happy. I am one of those weird people that will literally find even the weirdest of things making me smile. Guys, thanks for watching DOREEN'S African Experiences. We shouldn't make this video longer than it should be. It shouldn't be longer. But seriously, pineapples are an ignored. Are they a vegetable? Are they a fruit? I'm not even sure. But they are an abandoned type of plant. But trust me, there is good money in these. Do you know why? Because people consume them on the low, right? And yet you can never find somebody that's planted pumpkins. Why do I say pineapples? I've never found a person that's planted pumpkins and regretted. I'm serious. But you have to weed them. You have to, within those 3 to 4 months, you have to weed every month, right? Make sure at least every month you weed. But at least they're not like under pressure. You must weed, you must weed. You know, they're not that kind of thing. They don't require you to even be in the, you can take a whole month without being in the garden. It's like sweet potatoes. You don't have to be there, but you have to visit. You have to make sure they're okay. You know, you have to spray for pests, because when they are flowering, exactly, now look at this. This one is dead. Oh, did I pluck it? But yeah, it's dead. Why? Because they have their own enemies, and they are bugs, tiny insects that go in and eat the flower from within. It's crazy. My people, that's Doreen. Don't forget to be happy. Don't forget to find things that make you happy. Pumpkins, they actually make a lot of money. I'm serious. And these are things that they have very little to limited competition. And they can grow anywhere on both dry land and wetland. You know, they don't limit you, but you need space for them. Because they're like watermelons. I've been looking for watermelons, but I have to go very far now. Because the guy who called me, he already harvested. Why? Because I was busy wallowing and feeling sad and shit like that. Sorry, I said a big word. Focus, Doreen. That's Doreen's African Experiences. Enjoy your day, afternoon, or anything you have going on. Bye.